Nothing.
Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
I hope what you said right before that theme song started, I hope that, even though it would definitely be against FCC guidelines, I hope that made it over the airwaves.
Oh, buddy. I thought we had another minute.
No, that when that countdown hits 0, that means...
Well, my screen's locked. Like, there's no pictures and no nothing.
Oh, well, that's a...
The LG?
That's a great start to the night. Light the beam, because despite what Cap thinks, we are live here on the Thursday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma.
Everybody's heard Suck My Richard, you know?
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Sometimes there's more value to the mystique and value of not letting the cat out of what you actually did say. Or you can just go right out and say it in a...
I'm an open book, man.
Yeah, well...
Do you have picture?
Do I have picture? I have picture, yes.
Oh.
I am seeing plenty of picture of you and I in this glorious new setup we have with very, very professional podcast equipment now. I am actually seeing that we are indeed live, which means we need to get to it because we've got a lot to get to. Broadcasting once again live here on the north side of San Antonio. I am your host, Sam Freeze, of course, joined by Cap with his massive tech failure across the table. Just wait till you hear about my last 2 days at iHeart if we want to hear about tech failure. And of course, LG running the command ship and here in parts unknown in the greater San Antonio area, where, boys, we find ourselves 33 days away from the Emirates NBA Cup final. I think I've either gotten Uncle Andy on board, or at least he is appreciating the bit that is the NBA Cup now, because there's no reason in fighting it. It's somewhere in that zone between, like, take for example, Friday night, Spurs play another NBA Cup match against the Warriors. It will only be the 13th regular season, 12th regular season game of the year. And in a normal year, before the NBA Cup was around, we would just be viewing this as a late night tip-off on Friday night on Amazon Prime. It would just be a normal regular season game, number 12 over the course of 82. Nothing more to play for.
But they're intense.
I'm telling you, there is something to it. It's nowhere
Even though
close.
I hate it. Even though I hate it.
Exactly. And that's what I was explaining to Andy earlier. Like, it's nowhere close to a playoff match at all. I'm not saying that. That would be ridiculous. But you have to also agree it is a higher level of competition than what the normal 12th regular season game of the season would have been before the NBA Cup was around. So I think, like, you don't have to come around and fully embrace and bow down to the Emirates sponsors and
to the Emirates Empire.
that's right. You don't.
The
I'm not
Emirates
asking.
Empire.
I'm not asking for that, but I would suggest that the atmosphere in that game last Friday against Houston was pretty fun.
You know, and Bezos, you know, I think he dropped some money to get the Spurs to lose. So the Friday night matchup is going to be even better.
Is now a rematch with
Conspiracy theories.
with a little more on the line. Yeah, we're hitting the point now where our Spurs are going to be way more of a weekly draw in terms of content than the Dallas Cowboys. So we will make sure
It's a bye week, so there wasn't much to talk about.
right, and and if they lose to Oakland or Las Vegas or wherever the Raiders are, if they lose to the Raiders on Monday night, the rest of the season will be a bye week. That's about where I think most Cowboys fans are at with this team. We do have.
Jerry says the pieces are there.
Just wait. You've put me in an unfortunate position in back-to-back episodes now. I had to defend Jerry at the end of Tuesday night's episode, and damn it, I'm about to defend him again tonight.
Buddy.
Because there was a part of the Parsons trade that we haven't talked about that has come out this week that we haven't, with all of the tragedy and everything else going on with the Cowboys. We haven't had a chance to discuss some of the other news off the field. So we'll talk a little bit of that in Cal Notes. Like I said, what I watched last night is going to just morph into Spurs Notes because I think, like most people, that was what everyone was locked into last night. And then, of course, it's Thursday night, so the main seggy will be a full football weekend preview as normal. We've got, I'll tell you right now, this is a bad way to tease the segment. 3 of the 4 primetime NFL games are in the ass category, which I think you can.
Okay.
I think you could
Take my computer.
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
Yeah, that's FCC.
Man.
All right, mark that. 8-11.
God, man.
Look, just because we're allowed to say it again, thanks to the new old administration, doesn't mean
I forgot we couldn't say
it clears. No, Brendan Carr is still on our ass in terms of word choice.
Yeah.
It's funny. Whenever I saw Viagra Boys, they drop the R word in multiple songs, but it's so funny to me because
I think when you call yourself it,
sure,
it should be a pass.
But it's also, do you remember when Justin Thomas called himself the F word? Not the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said, "God, I'm such a blank."
Yeah.
And it was after he missed a putt, and it was the same deal. It was like, but I'm calling myself. It's like, yeah, that doesn't.
But you're not gay, man.
That still doesn't hold water.
If you were gay, pass.
Yes, fair.
Was I being not smart? Yes.
Fair.
And completely computer illiterate?
Fair.
Yes.
But are you still a functioning yeah? I think there's some argument to be made on your behalf there.
Thank you, producer extraordinaire OG.
But we do have a lot to get to, and then of course we'll close out with lightning round. The clip we're closing with tonight is only, I would say, it's one of the most Texas clips you're ever going to see. It involves a Valero gas station in the middle of the Panhandle and 3 high school football coaches. So we'll close out with that, since tonight I am massively distracted, not by Thursday night football, but my high school is playing a playoff game right now against.
Oh, you got the score up?
I'm
right
checking
there?
it every now and then. They're playing a city that I am not too fond of, so
Rival.
I would love to see Mineral Wells get their teeth kicked in.
Mineral Wells?
Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, I was thinking of General Mills.
The only thing I can tell you, yeah,
the cereal brand.
yeah, that's not quite. The only reason you might know of Mineral Wells, they have an old haunted hotel, the Baker Hotel, that was like a bunch of celebrities in the 20s went there. Like it was, I think Elvis even stayed there.
They die.
All the time.
They dead.
It's so whenever I was at Tarleton, Mineral Wells was like 45 minutes away, and it was a rite of passage. We would take, like when we would meet, make a new friend or someone that had just, transferred to Tarleton, was playing, pickup basketball with us, anything like that. We would convince them that they had to go see the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells because it was, I mean, you know me, like I'm not a superstitious, spiritual person whatsoever. There was some weird stuff going on.
I don't mess with ghosts,
It's
man.
well, it's one of the only
Can I
places.
prove they exist? No.
No.
But do I want to take that chance? No, man. Just peace.
And can you prove they don't exist? It's like a double negative doesn't prove non-existent. Like we would take them and you have to sneak in because it's reopened now. It's been fully remodeled. It's not nearly as fun. But whenever I was there, 15 years ago, the whole place was shut down. It was caving in on itself. It's a massive, like 30-story hotel. I mean, it's huge, right? Maybe like 25 stories. But you would have to go in through the basement, and then you worked your way up through the stairwell, just a switchback stairwell to get all the way. But at the very top, it was a ballroom that had an open balcony. Oh. It was like, it was like the penthouse. It's exactly what it was. But when you came in through the basement, you had to come up. You walked right past the elevator shaft where a few mistresses met their demise,
falling down the shaft.
Falling down an elevator shaft. Yeah,
Get the shaft and then go down the shaft.
That's correct. See, and you can say that. That's fine. Hey. Somehow, I don't know why, but that's passable. But there was a couple times where we were there where it was like you'd get out on one floor and it'd be 80 degrees, and then the very next floor above it, it'd be like 40.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it'd be in the middle.
So that's the extent of the paranormal. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No, God, no, because they don't exist. Yeah, I will go on the record.
I went to a church summer camp. A kid died. There was a little plaque for him in the front office.
It's the least they could do.
It's the least they could do, and we all heard about it. It was all spooky, and of course, we were all 12, 11. 10, 11, 12
easily
years old.
manipulable.
Of course. And we like, oh, look, yeah, we're all talking about the ghost. And then we go out there and look out with the flashlight. All of us saw something. And it was, it was a translucent, boyish figure.
Yeah, that's creepy.
We all saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done. That was right then. I'm just like, yeah. Not talking about this anymore.
I don't know what to tell you
about it.
In terms of, I think you could tell me just about anything.
I see dead people.
And I don't think it would change my belief, but I do love hearing the stories. I am interested in hearing the folklore. It doesn't look like I'm going to have to be worried too much tonight. Glen Rose is up 35-14 at halftime, so
Glen Rose
smoking those Mineral Wells Rams.
Sounds like an old cigarette.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like one that your grandpa still smokes because it's the only cigarette that still does it right.
Yeah, Lucky Strikes. I don't smoke nothing but Lucky Strikes.
I should say I shouldn't be so rude to the good people of Mineral Wells because it is World Kindness Day. What a throwaway. What a throwaway. Because, Cap, that's one thing the world needs more of. If we were all just more kind to each other, the world would be a better place.
Is there a flip one where you can be just a straight ass to some people day?
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Straight ass day.
Straight ass day. Cam Newton's birthday. Yeah. I do think
we dub it now. Cam Newton's birthday is National
Straight Ass Day. I like it. Straight ass, homie, as Randy Moss would say. it's also, this is one of those deals where I do it because it's been programmed into me, but I don't think we're actually doing anything that's helping anybody, anything, or our climate, or any of this. It's National Recycling Week.
Dude.
All of it is going, like, all of it's going to a landfill. Like, we're carefully separating all the different, like, plastics, paper, cardboard, everything. It's like, no, it's all going to the same giant pile. You're not doing anything.
If you really want to be depressed, go and watch some documentaries on how much recycling actually goes to the recycling center.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you have to peel the labels and everything sticky off a box for that box to be deemed recyclable. So if you don't peel off that Amazon sticker, that thing's going to the landfill.
See, and I was raised.
And if you don't take off the little tips on like a bottle.
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
something,
not passing muster.
so 90 to 93% of recyclable goods go to landfills.
And brother, the reason I know
Or
that
the plastic island out
is
at sea.
because my dad was a recycling SS officer, keeping it like this is how it's done. This is how it will be done. There's no other way. It's but it's funny because I think there's like sometimes when you get caught up in the stupid one side versus the other politics, you kind of forget that like there are shades of both political parties. Like I was raised by old school Texas conservatives that are also massively invested in conservation and protecting the rivers and protecting natural, Texas waterways and actually, caring about the environment, not because they were a bleeding heart liberal, but because they grew up in the country, in the environment, and they don't want to see it messed with. They don't want to see it destroyed.
They see the beauty, man.
Exactly, and that's where I think
In North Texas, is there still beauty up there? Or is that just all barren wasteland?
No, most of that is flat prairie land. But if you travel, if you have a parental unit that is willing to drive multiple hours where there is actual fun, like Big Bend or East Texas Piney Woods.
What are those little critters, man? They almost look like possums or like rats.
Like nutria?
Field rats or something like
Yeah,
that.
nutria. It's like a mixture between a rat and a beaver.
Driving to Colorado,
They mess with the
For some
rivers.
reason, there was like a migration at some point during a storm, and a bunch of those got hit.
Just mowed down.
I was like, I
Yeah.
can't keep a boy.
No, well, and they're just on that line of like not big enough to destroy your vehicle, but big enough to be.
You feel the bump.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
You're like, oh.
It's like like a little smaller than a house cat.
And then you might be aiming for them if you're in a rental car.
I was about
I've
to
heard.
say, or so I've heard. Before we get into what we all watched last night, let's check in with the man running the show here behind the curtain. LG, tell the good people how they can help support the program.
Hit that subscribe button or jump into the super chat like Greg has already done.
Hey,
Hey, Greg.
What up, Greg?
what do we got from Greg?
He says, "Thank you for keeping me entertained, fellas, while on this drive to College Station, home of the Flying Aggies."
Yeah, the fighting Texas
I
Aggies.
thought he was going to thank for that cream whooping I gave him.
Oh, is that who you went up against? Well, Greg, despite Cap's continued trash talking, we appreciate the super chat. I guess the Aggies are at home this week. It's a matchup with South Carolina in Aggie land this weekend. Well, Greg, I appreciate
The
you.
Cox.
I believe Greg is supplying all of College Station with their liquor this weekend.
Hey, you know what? Oh, you know what that means?
Start him young, start him early.
Since we get a home A&M game, it means we get the running thread of the Texas A&M University police. They do a thread on X of all of the different arrests or citations they give out. It's where you get like, drunk husband released to sober wife.
It's a good bit.
It's one of rarely, like, I don't want to see police departments doing TikTok dances on social, but that one, surprisingly enough, because it's coming from Aggie police officers, that's a great bit.
Full uniform, giving little pep talks and stuff. I'm like, do your job, man.
Come on, no. But give me the thread on X of everything that happens at Kyle Field. That was where we got the report of the guy that had the like .324
Legend.
ABV, yeah, breathalyzer test, but it was because he had whiskey in an old like milk carton that he was just taking pulls on. It's so great. We also
gallon. Like, if you think a gallon's gonna be enough, I don't know, man.
I don't know. We better do two.
Yeah.
It's also this year we got the very, very rare drunk wife released to sober husband.
They be beaten.
Dude, I love it when we get just one of us. One of us is not the one.
One of us.
I'm telling you.
One of us.
As many times as sober roommate in the other room has gotten me dude. When we went to the USA Mexico game at the Alamo Dome, it was like one of the first years we lived here. It was Jordan Morris's debut when it was his first game with the national team. I know that obviously puts it into perspective for you. You followed Jordan Morris's career through all the injuries and all-time leading goal scorer with the Seattle Sounders. Yeah, it was his debut as he was still
Sounders.
That's right. Yeah, that's an actual MLS. I have MLS news for you in the lightning round, so we're going MLS heavy tonight.
Like the Puget Sound.
That's right. See, there we go. Do some shopping there in the market. He was still at Stanford at the time. He hadn't even turned pro yet. He was still a college player. But
We digress. We can move off.
Buddy.
Borders.
USA won 2-0, and this guy drank all the tequila. All of it. And I was just screaming, 2-0, as we were going through the corridors to get out of the Alamo Dome.
Oh, man.
Sober roommate was picking me and my old college roommate,
Just shaking her
not
head,
married,
just like-
literal college roommate. Him and I had went to the game, and he's a teacher down in Harlingen now. And I was trying to call Steph to be like, yeah, we're at gate 3, and she's like, I don't know where the hell that is. You got to walk somewhere. And it was before we lived in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so I would call her and I'd be like, hey, we're at this intersection, and then just hang up. And then she'd call back and she's like, just stay in one spot. I was like, okay, all right, well, now we're at this intersection. It was like a half hour.
We're moving with the crowd. You
That's
gotta,
exactly. And I was so
God forbid you
smashed.
say north or south or east or west.
No.
They're like,
Well,
what? I'm like, where's north?
Yeah, trust me, that wouldn't have helped in that situation anyway. And that's I needed to go with landmarks.
I wish Twitter or X was around when my grandpa, like,
Hey, Twitter world.
Hey, OJ.
we were Stillwater, Oklahoma. That's where we were born. So he would sit there and listen to the police radio after all the college games and just see who was getting arrested and what was going on in town.
Dude, there's nothing
He's
better.
sitting there just smoking heaters, listen to the police comm. And
I'll do you one better. Have your grandma call you because she just heard your name on the police scanner.
oh,
Yeah.
he did that with his kid. I had 3 uncles and 2 aunts, and they're all hippies,
So, man, all right, this is small town story time real quick.
Yeah,
We were
that's all I heard.
That's all. That's
It's
it.
like he's like, you go in there, and I'm just hearing.
We there was one time we very intentionally, like, my town was tiny. We messed with cops. Like, we would find them sleeping in the car. We had barricades like that we had taken from the city and would set up barrels and barricades around their vehicle while they were sleeping. So when they woke up, had to move
That's a
it.
good bit.
It's a great bit, harmless bit, right? Way better than shooting Roman candles. that one
That pissed him
almost
off a little
got
bit.
us into
Yeah.
some trouble. But there was one night we ended up getting pulled over, and it was me and my little brother and one of his friends, a kid named Daniel Pugh. And I told him, I was like, dude, they're gonna arrest us. Like, I was scared. I was just scaring my little brother and his friend. I was like, dude, they're about to arrest us all. Like, we got to give them fake names. Like, we can't let them know who we really are. I was like, Pew, tell them your name's Pewtang. You just go by Pewtang on the streets. And so literally, I was like, and you're gonna have to tell them your name first. And so cop, he was like, who all you got with you here tonight, Samuel? And I was like, because they all knew me. I was like, oh, it's just my little brother and one of his friends. You want to tell him your name? He's like, yes, sir. My name's Pewtang. That's what I go by. That's what you might know me. And my grandma heard that.
Butane and butane accessories.
My grandma heard it, and she called my mother, and she's like, Samuel, it sounds like he's running with some hoodlum named Putang, and he's got Richard involved. You've got to get a hold of this kid. This is this is ridiculous.
That's how family rumors get started.
That's 1,000%. You got to have a little fun with it. When you grow up where there's nothing to do, you got to have a little fun. Let's get into it because before we get too far behind it, we'll start with what I watched, which is really Spurs notes tonight because that game was
Tale of two halves.
Yeah, really a tale of one quarter. I mean, that third quarter, as you've been
I jinxed them.
talking them up.
I know the main thing I was so proud of was the fact that they would come out in the third quarter of these last couple games and really correct mistakes, come out hot, and we'd always win the third quarter. And right when I say something, we ass.
Yeah, 43 points given up in that third quarter last night. Yeah, that was and I think they only.
That's a mayor. Go Spurs, go.
Yeah, that's more.
Nobody
Yeah,
responded.
that's not me. That's a mayor. Go Spurs, go. Starting that game, I think they gave up less than 20 points in the first quarter. I can't remember if it was 18 or 16.
16 tied with the lowest. We did that to the Pelicans the first quarter. So that was our lowest quarter. So we're like, our defense is humming. We almost put up 30 points. I think it was 28. We're up by double digits. And you're just like, oh, okay. They're coming off a back-to-back. They're tired. Wemby's just killing them down there.
6-game road losing streak for the Warriors. Draymond's questioning the commitment of the team in the press conference Tuesday night in Oklahoma City.
His antics get me, man.
Dude,
I know he's that guy that you want on your team. But it's just like,
I would love him on my team, but also he's defending Nico on his podcast too. He's like, hey, Nico just didn't have enough time. Like, dude, the vision was there.
Kyrie's a flat earther, but I wouldn't mind Kyrie on my team.
I've come fully. Look, some of the theories Kyrie was throwing out there shouldn't just be dismissed.
I'm saying just a flat earth.
That one dismissed. Some of the other ones, let's have a conversation.
I was like, what's your conspiracy theories on Epstein now?
Yeah, no, he's
reading the files, baby. Bring them all out.
Where's the emails? Like the emails are back, baby.
I never got that. Why did old people always send emails instead of just texting each other?
I think you just answered your own question within the question. They're old people. That's what the email was revolutionary.
They still rocking the BlackBerry, just
buddy. If I could, I would still rock a BlackBerry.
It's that little click. It's like it feels better.
There's just something about it. No, it was the story of the night. Besides the Spurs' terrible third quarter, Steph Curry, despite a poor shooting night, he was only 5 for 16 from three. He goes 15 for 16 from the free throw line. Ends up with 46 points, and
that's a veteran knowing when someone's arms down, how they can manipulate their body. Even though I think he jumped into a couple fouls.
I was about to say, I think if you want to immediately say it was biased officiating, I think there was some of that at times. There were a couple calls that I would agree with you, but what the Warriors did really well last night that the Spurs will have to defend differently tomorrow night, they were able to get a lot of isolation on the Spurs big men on the perimeter. You had multiple times where Wemby was guarding Steph Curry 35 feet from the basket. You had Luke Cornett getting caught in one-on-one outside the three-point line.
One thing I didn't know is, did we play a lot of zone? Because I noticed we've been playing zone a little bit.
No, not as much. It was more.
So it's just coming off those pick and rolls.
Because the Warriors
2 to 3 picks.
Motion and picks, exactly. You had to stick with them. But they were switching everything, which led to some of the mismatches, which led to the ticky-tack fouls with guards getting around big men and putting the defense in bad situations.
Yeah, that's second half. I mean, turnovers were there. Everything was just – it wasn't like the first quarter, even though they had a good run at the end of the first quarter that gave them momentum for the second half. But I think it all boils down to Friday night. Home again, which is weird. Like,
it's very weird. The
Curry
back-to-back.
and Draymond are roaming around downtown right now.
I know.
What are they doing?
That's what I was – after we get done filming this.
Hey, Steph, if you're listening, Give us a shout out.
Yeah, after we're done filming this, I'm gonna for show research.
You're gonna
For show
hit,
research purposes,
hit all the popular spots.
I'm gonna hit as many trendy upscale cocktail lounges as I can until 2 a.m.
You got a WhatsApp group for all the downtown people. Where's Curry at?
It's not a bad idea now that the
You just
Spurs.
gotta go hit the hotel bars, man.
Yeah, I would assume
And valets. I feel like they know everything.
they know. Those are the people that really know
Casino
everything.
taught me that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It wasn't all bad news, despite the loss for the Spurs. The Spurs did make history. Did you see this?
No. What do we make history?
Believe it or not, it's the first time in franchise history that two players have gotten a triple-double in the same game.
Oh, wow.
First time ever.
So Wemby and
Area
Castle.
51. And they got a big write-up on the front page of ESPN. I think it was
I saw
Michael
that.
Wright. Michael C. Wright had the big write-up about
An
Steph
alien and a
Wemby.
dynamic duo. And I'm like,
Look, lean into it.
you could have been like an alien in a castle.
Yeah, but that doesn't play into Area 51.
It's their
Stephon.
numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
5-1.
5-1, 51.
But alien doesn't play into the numbers either.
Wemby's name.
Yeah, it does. It's Area 51. And
Oh.
Wemby is an alien. How are we all on the same page now?
Oh my, I'm lost still. I'm like,
Okay.
so I know Area 51 is their numbers, but Area is the alien. So where's the castle?
No, that part
Is
it
that
doesn't. No.
the military base? Is the castle?
Well, Castle just gets it because of the number. We don't get a pun on his name. He's not even despite
where we're
having 23, 10, and 10 last night. It's still the Wemby nickname. It's still anchored. I should say this. Did you hear that random chime in from LG?
Yeah.
So Tuesday night, as we were sitting here talking about how the one thing I would say the Spurs need more of before the trade deadline.
Harrison Barnes.
Did you know Harrison Barnes is leading the league in 3-point shooting percentage?
LG got us on that.
That
one,
is
man.
a sniper of all time snipes.
Oh, what you call it? Sean Elliott. Oh, Mr. 100% free throw shooting.
Yeah, him and Jacob were having some fun with. I will say
He's
this
shooting
though.
50%.
50%, yeah. Going into the game. Is it still 50% after last night? I didn't see
Well, no,
what
it was
he-
during last night's game.
Yeah,
It was
that was.
50%, yeah.
I stand by what I said. They could still use some more shooting off the bench.
Stand
but,
by my statement.
but they do have the highest, the best, most accurate 3-point shooter in the league through 11 games.
What this team needs now is just experience. So we saw last Friday the dog come out in a couple of them. We need to see that this Friday because I didn't see the dogs come out last night. You know?
Yeah, well,
I didn't see the nasty.
That third quarter was just so disappointing. You go in,
Yeah, that's why you need a veteran person to be like snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think this is again though. First of all, we're lucky this wasn't an NBA Cup match.
yeah,
I mean, we're lucky we didn't drop. Yeah, we're still
still leading our group.
That's right. I'm gonna continue to lean into this bit, so just deal with it, y'all. I agree though. Like these are games like that last night are where not only is the group going to grow as the season goes along and learn from moments, I also think those are the moments where Mitch, the head coach Mitch Johnson, ends up getting more experience and more.
Do you think he has the credibility to just jump down someone's throat? like Pop did?
I think
He's got those stripes yet?
I think the way that Pop has endorsed and embraced Mitch as much as he has, I think that gives him that credibility. That gives him that
He's got
ability.
great motivational
Right.
tactics.
But
He's
we
like,
haven't seen a
embrace
full-
like instead of embrace the suck, embrace the
The difficult. What was it? Embrace the
monotony or something like that.
embrace the minutia. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Embrace the boring.
not Pop calling a timeout and cussing out Tony Parker in the middle of at half court.
See, and I think we'll get that as this group grows, continues to grow together. Now, will that be Wemby taking the dressing down, or will that be one of your more, Steph Castle or Fox or
I think Castle was a little. He didn't handle the ball as well driving to the hole. He
only
gave up
had 2 turnovers. It was Wemby had 8 turnovers
Yeah,
last night to go with the 10 assists.
I think but a lot of those were like thrown to him in the paint, but like weren't the best feed in balls.
Yeah,
and then he would turn it over, and that goes on his stat.
yeah. The couple I can think of was he had one like spinning no look pass attempt
Yeah,
that
that
got
was-
picked off in the corner. He had a couple
Looked real
passes.
cool.
It looked great until it didn't. He had a couple passes from the top of the arc, from like the elbow extended, free throw line extended, where he was trying to make skip passes and they just weren't there. The Warriors are, that's a good team. They are scuffling, they're struggling on the road, but I think it's a team that finished last year 23-8 and started this year 6-1.
Yeah, you can tell the veterans on that team know how to break down tape, because even though, what was it? Well, I don't know if it was Vassell. I know it wasn't Castle, but he was like on a break, and instead of taking the short end layup or dunk, he tries to throw a lob, but Draymond Green called it the whole time and just backed up, let him have the basket, and then block the alley.
The second, yeah. You speaking of blocks though, so another good thing to come out of the loss last night. Wemby extended the consecutive game streak with a block. Did y'all see the broadcast breakdown of the measurements and how much ground he covered? So if you missed the game last night, Wemby only had 1 block, but it was insane. Draymond is at the 3-point line, getting set to attempt a 3-pointer. Wemby is closer to the rim than he is the 3-point line when Draymond catches the ball. Wemby takes 1 long stride, 1 long step, and then jumps from about the free throw line towards the 3-point line. Ends up getting a hand on the shot attempt, and it counts as a block. They went to commercial, and when they came back, they had kind of like this Amazon next gen broadcast where they show you all the distance covered, speed reached, all that.
They give you like the video game look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they gave us the video game look on the Wemby block. When he touched the ball, his hand and the ball were 11 feet 2 inches in the air. That's insane.
Insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But what team or what player could like arc the ball and still have a high percentage chance for a shot?
Like old school Dirk would be about the
Dirk,
only guy.
Curry.
Yeah, Curry. Well, at least Curry shooting from a shorter base.
Yeah.
Like it would have like Kevin Durant. It would have to be someone who's already close to 7 feet tall,
Kevin Garnett.
who also puts a lot of arc
Yeah.
on the ball to begin with. Because that Draymond shot had no chance, despite being wide open. As I said, when you watch,
he was leading leading that team in 3-point percentage.
he's taken more of them this year.
And he's leading beating Steph Curry's 3-point percentage.
I think they kind of realize they're gonna have that's what they are gonna have to do. I mean, they don't have the
You used to live for that shot. You'd just be like, let him have that. Now you can't do that. You got to run out on him.
the aging process. I think has forced him to focus a little more on the shooting ability instead of being the dogged defender and ball mover on offense. Because that's the other thing about Draymond. It doesn't feel like it gets talked about. Like Draymond is an excellent passer.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's a point forward. Like when he was at Michigan State, he was basically running point guard for that team. Every
So he's like a
offensive
Boris
set.
Diaw, He's got
That's a
that
great
body
comp.
type.
Yeah.
Got
Sees the game
weight.
like a point guard does, can see 2 passes ahead, knowing where the skip pass should go. If the offense, like being able to read a cut before a guy cuts, that kind of ability, which unfortunately Spurs on the end end of it last night. Wemby, his triple-double line, 31 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Mentioned the 8 turnovers. It was a bit of a sloppy game. But the overall free throw disparity, when it ended up being a 5-point game at the end after some late buckets and weird turnovers, we said they end up shooting. Warriors shot 34 of 36
Yeah.
from the free throw line, and Spurs were 14 of 16, something like that. I mean, it was a huge discrepancy. But I kind of think there's an explanation to that besides just officiating bias.
I need to wear an earpiece because YouTube TV does not give me my Bally Sports or whatever it's on now, whatever it's called.
Oh, what? Yeah, what is it now?
ESPN,
FanDuel.
yeah, ESPN now. So I have to go to the local watering hole, the local pub, and I'm like, turn on the sound. No, let's hear the jukebox and the same freaking songs 50,000 times. I'm like, you're killing me,
I'm
man.
sorry you're dealing with that, but in my neighborhood,
It's the quad box.
I am, well, no, like being out at local watering holes,
Yeah.
I am happy to report so far this season in multiple locations, multiple establishments, multiple bars, every time the Spurs game has been on, the sound has been on. And that's just happening that wasn't
Yeah.
even happening last year with Wemby or rookie year Wemby. Like
And I got pulled at these bars. I know the bartender.
Right.
They're like, well, the old man put money in there, and he's not going to stick around to the end of the game. He's gonna bitch.
yeah,
you
he's
know?
waiting to hear his David Allen Coe.
I'm like, dude, if I gotta listen to "This Is Our Bar," or, the same country songs over and over.
I'm convinced that so
I worked at Texas Roadhouse, man. I learned to tune it out, but it's like, come on, wow,
Being
the Spurs game's on.
out at the station again more regularly. I've heard more of the new country music that is on the radio. I'm convinced 80% of it is AI generated. Like it doesn't even sound like a human could have come up with something that
Poetic.
yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that because all I know is the country music I like and was raised on. I don't think there were a whole lot of computers involved in the production of that.
You heard the twang and the guitar and
A lot of steel guitar. A lot of steel guitar. You could hear the cigarette ash hitting
Yeah.
the guitar as he was
hear him
playing it.
coughing with his raspy voice.
Yeah. You just thought, oh, that's just part of the lyrics. Friday night, if you are preparing to watch the game, as you should be, know that it is a late tip-off, so I expect Frost Center to be good and lit. 8:30 scheduled tip, but it's on Amazon, and they have no corporate overlords besides themselves, so they'll stretch that till 8:40, 8:45 if the first game goes late. But no...
What's the first game on Amazon?
That's a good question. It's I know there's no local broadcast, so you won't have to worry about finding it on FanDuel, but you will have to make sure you have Amazon, which just means if you want local voices to listen to tomorrow night, you can go tune in to Dylan doing the local pre and post on WOAI, and then of course Carl.
WOAI.
Carl's got Carl's gotten himself. He's doing the Net Center, in the reporting in game, from the stadium. So he's going, he's killing it right now. Carl has got it.
He gets to walk around with the press pass.
Yeah, Carl has figured it out. And then of course Dan calling the game on radio.
How's my press pass coming there?
LG? It's in the same place
That's
it was
on
a
you.
month ago.
That's on you, buddy.
It's actually a good game. Heat and Knicks is the first game. Surprising
Brunson's
Heat.
out.
That's right. I just saw that earlier.
Switch it. Come on, Bezos. You own that thing.
Throw Amazon Prime on, but turn the radio on and listen to your local voices. I should say before we get in, you had anything else on the Spurs?
We got to start looking around the league a little bit because I was looking at the Amerites Cup.
Yes.
You got Toronto leading Group A, Detroit leading Group B, Miami leading Group C, and that's the one with the Knicks. Obviously, they're one loss, so they're about to be two losses. Minnesota, not too surprising, Group A in the Western Conference.
Have you seen their court?
No, is it ugly?
Dude, it's
nice.
Oh, man, I'll see if I can find a picture and send it. It is neon highlighter green.
Oh,
And it's so bright that the guys that are wearing white undershirts, it makes the undershirt look neon green because the reflection is so violent. It's pretty brutal. I don't see how people are watching a full game.
yeah. And I don't know how. I guess because you add the points, I was like, Memphis is leading Group B in the Western.
Okay,
Conference,
time out.
but they're 1-1
So
because they've already played 2 games.
let's mention that because here's like, yes, the NBA Cup and my dedication for it it's an absolute bit, but I do believe these games are more competitive than regular games. Okay.
Yeah.
Part of that also is you saw this in the Spurs Rockets game last Friday night. If a team's up by 10 with a minute to go, they're not running out the clock.
Yeah, that's. I did not. I was wondering why that he was going for that score.
Tiebreakers are point differential, are point spread of how much you beat teams by. Which also, again, let me just
expecting
say,
like the coach to be like, "That was just so unprofessional."
But see, here's the deal. It's never unprofessional. That's how it should always be. You should always be looking to embarrass and humiliate your opponent. There's no sportsmanship is a bigger myth than momentum. Sportsmanship is entirely unnecessary. Play to the whistle if you don't want to get embarrassed. If you want to get embarrassed, allow the other team to have a highlight dunk with under a minute left. It's not on them to stop. It should be on you to prevent that from happening. If you want to be upset by it, then do something about it. Play defense.
I believe our grandparents listening to the police radio would have a different opinion on it because if you get embarrassed and you're already pissed you lost the game, and now you're getting embarrassed and somebody sits there and rubs it in your face after the game, a lot of fights.
And see, I would argue
Someone's gonna get punched in the face.
My grandpa would have come from the era of you play till the game's over, and the game's not over when there's 55 seconds on the clock. You play till it's over.
The game's over when you're 30 up and there's 10 seconds.
Do they just call it and say, all right, guys, that's it. We're done. We're not going to play the final minute. We're done. It's great. No, it's another one of those. It's funny sometimes when you think about America compared to the rest of the world, okay? Sports is the one place where, of course, yes, we are like our capitalist way of life, like in comparison to day-to-day life to Europe. Yes, it's very clear to see they spend more money on social welfare. They have more government involvement in your life. And we don't. We exclude that. We don't care for everybody.
I'm seeing where this weave goes because
you ready?
You're going far out.
No, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What do we do? What do we award the worst team in the league with here in America?
Well, in football, you get the first pick.
Okay. So
basketball, we get that sweet lottery.
You get more lottery balls, but
that is rigged.
Baseball does lottery now as well. Hockey does lottery now as well because I think that is more fair. But NFL, America's most popular sport by a mile,
and still so far behind the times.
We award the worst team in the league with a socialist idea that we should give them the best player available in the draft so that it makes everybody better. Because we don't want them to just be, you know what happens in Europe when you're the worst team in the league? You go down a division.
Yeah.
You're now playing in the second tier where you were playing in a stadium with 50,000 people. Now there's 5,000.
Yeah.
Like you're losing millions of dollars as a club because you're not getting Premier League money or La Liga money or whatever, Bundesliga.
You're getting Wrexhamed.
You're literally being judged by your actions, by what you did. Your success is dictated, which again is why you see soccer scores 7-1.
Yeah,
because they don't
stop.
quit because it's goal differential that could end up determining whether you're playing in the first division or the second division.
Because they have draws, man.
Well, we have
So
draws.
does the NFL, which that's some.
I was about to
some
say that's
commie Europe
sure
BS.
But I would argue it's actually like
it makes you play out to the end. Like,
that's the
I
only
hear your
commie
point.
BS thing we do.
Yeah.
I would say we should do more of or less of that. I mean, less
'Cause you
of
do see
rewarding
tanking
losing.
because we all know how we got Wemby. We did not play to our fullest that year.
I'm just saying.
We didn't sit there and try to sign free agents to start winning.
I'm just suggesting when it comes to sports in this country, we are way more of socialists than the rest of the world, which is ironic in a lot of ways. Like that's one of my favorite things about the NBA Cup is you see teams absolutely trying to run up the score. I think that's how sports should be played.
Yeah.
And very different, but like growing up for me, like we pressed in basketball the entire game, never stopped. That was who we were. If we were up by 50, if we had 106 points on the board, you're getting the press until the final buzzer sounds. And you know that. And that level of commitment to absolutely destroying the opponent is present in the NBA Cup games. And I kind of love that. Again, I will defend this stupid cup for a multitude of reasons. And I think I'm right on a lot of them.
It's a good bit.
And I think a lot of people don't realize, like, how many people even know that's the tiebreaker?
You already got teams losing by 40 nowadays when that used to never be a thing. And now you want them to go, hey, not 40, but 60.
Yes. Embarrass them.
There's going to be fights on the court, man.
Is that not, are you not entertained?
The era of Bill Laimbeer is coming back.
And how many people say, I don't watch the NBA. It's not my NBA anymore. I want Bill Laimbeer. Here you go. Here you go, brother. Watch the NBA Cup.
I like my Stars not injured.
Speaking of the Stars, 7-0 tonight. They ran up the score against the filthy Canadians of Montreal. Like, this is how sports should be played.
Old-time hockey?
You don't just stop competing when you're up 20 points or
Blame
3
Canada.
goals.
Blame Canada.
You want to do, before we do some Cal notes, I do have to tell you. So yesterday, I've been filling in more and more at Ticket 760. I'm going to be doing it more and more as we go along, especially because as soon as football season ends, Andy's got UTSA basketball, so he's going to be traveling a lot. So I'll be out there every Tuesday and Thursday minimum, and most weeks be out there a day or two in addition to that. So Tuesday was the first day I ran the show completely solo.
Oh.
Yeah. And it had been a while since, like right now, LG is running our board.
Yeah.
Like he's controlling the production. He's doing all that.
What?
It's been a while. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done that. And Tuesday was the first day I did it with no guidance, no one else in the room with me. And to make matters worse, Andy was on location, so he wasn't even in the building either.
Oh,
so it's just me there.
We got dead air.
Right, exactly. I'm praying nothing goes bad, praying nothing gets dropped, destroyed, dead air, any of that. Long story short, smooth, flawless. Just like riding a bike again. I've still got it. No issues, all right?
Still got it.
So flying high as hell.
Uncle Rico over here.
Yeah, flying high, metaphorically high as hell, not literally. As I rolled into the show here Tuesday night, we did the show, feeling great, right? Wake up Wednesday morning, Andy, I am filling in for Andy, filled in for him yesterday. Get out to the station. I got out there. The roommate was still in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So I got out to the station at like 2:00. Show didn't start till 4. I'm making some notes. I'm, feeling great, talking to the sales AEs, trying to get us some more money, trying to get some, we've got some endorsements potentially coming down the pipeline for 2026.
Love that money.
That's right. So we're greasing the wheels, feeling great about things. Then I'm sitting in the studio. Time keeps going by, getting closer and closer to 4:00. And I start to kind of realize, I think I should be hearing the station by now. It's really quiet. I had the TV. I had it on Food Network. I'm sitting there watching Bobby Flay's Christmas Showdown or something. And I've got the volume on. And 3 minutes before 4:00 yesterday, I talked to Shane, the guy that's running the board. And I'm like, Shane, I think I should be hearing something in here by now. And he's like, wait, what do you mean? You're not hearing anything? I was like, oh God.
Like the tone in his voice, like
panic. And it was like, whoa, no, that shouldn't be happening. Like, yeah, no, something's wrong. First 40 minutes of the show, we weren't on air. We didn't even get on till like 4:37, and I'm throwing my like geriatric millennial emo attitude around. Like, F this, I'm just gonna go home. I'm not doing it's nothing's working. Like this
is making me look bad.
Right. Like I promoted 4:00 sharp. I'm not even, we shouldn't even do the show. Just throw it to network. We eventually I'll give Shane, we deemed him the Keldon Johnson of the ticket yesterday because of how even kill he was through all of it. Like Keldon was the same guy in press conferences when they were losing as he is right now.
Yeah.
It's even kill, great consistent attitude.
Yeah, like I always said, like if you run around with your head cut off, you're gonna cause chaos. But if you walk around smooth and confident, like this is when I was a waiter, I was like, even though you're busy and slammed and in the weeds,
it won't feel that way.
It won't feel that way, and it won't look that way.
More
and
importantly,
and people around you will start being calm.
Yeah, well, I was throwing stuff. Like I almost said GD on air because like when we finally got it work, I go, God, oh man, we are back. Gosh darn it. Dad, nabbit. Yeah, it was a bit of chaos yesterday, but I had 7-8 people texting.
So was it just ads just going back and back?
So we ended up playing, so you have, like when you hear Cowherd or Gottlieb or any of that during the day, that's just the Fox Sports radio.
Oh yeah, they're replaying it.
So we have that live feed at all times. So we were just playing that while we were trying to figure everything out behind the scenes. So end up getting the show done off at 6:30. Andy had UTSA. He had no issues with his broadcast because he was remote, because he was in San Marcos at Texas State for the game. So no issues there. Flash forward to today.
Yeah.
I get there. I'm telling Andy everything that happened yesterday. And he's like, well, everything looks fine on my end today. And I'm like, great, good. I hope it doesn't, nothing to worry about.
So what was the problem? A cord kicked or just something needed to be resetted?
So basically, something had gotten routed
like my computer
to the wrong thing.
At the beginning of the
show. To tie it back into the tech issues. Well,
and LG gave me a stern look like, just give it to me. Just
Andy didn't wait till 3 minutes before the show started to alert somebody that it wasn't working correctly.
Maybe that's what you do when you first get in there.
That's correct. And Andy alerted people with about 15 minutes before the show started. It happened again.
Oh, buddy.
But because they had already fixed it yesterday,
they knew what to do. But the hamsters are dying in the wheel. Ghost in the machine.
Yeah, there's
Bring
something.
Bring it full circle.
There's something going on, but I'm back filling in for Andy tomorrow 4 to 6 before we get cut off for a college football game. Not UTSA, another game they're running. So hopefully tomorrow it's not full on chaos.
Sailing.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Check that
though.
sound there.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Let's do some Cal notes before we get into our main football
market
preview. 9:01. Let's do some Cal notes.
I want me some glory hole.
That's right. Did you see the Jerry caught some heat last week because I think it was a Wall Street Journal article. He potentially has hit another massive glory hole, like in the Wildcatter, Landman, Oilman sense of the word.
He still has some dikes out there.
Oh, big time. I
thought he cashed it all in for the Cowboys.
So he did, and this new one it's his biggest. I was reading the article. It's his biggest gamble in the oil industry since the one that led to buying the Cowboys
in Arkansas.
And it's like 300 billion, 500 billion, something potentially just insane.
So is he going to complain to pay these players anymore? Or?
Oh, of course. Because, despite all the money that they've made, the Cowboys are still always bottom 3, bottom 5 in actual cash spent every year, which is the most I would argue is the most infuriating thing about being a Cowboys fan is you have the most valuable franchise of any sport in the world, but every year they're bottom 5 in actual cash spent. It's all smoke and mirrors.
You gotta be like them Yankees, man, who were about to try to sign a Cy Young winner, huh?
Which one, Skeens or Scooble?
Skeens.
I've got the Cy Young talk here in the lightning round.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that.
Somehow, the Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites in this game Monday night.
Because it's the Raiders, man.
It's the Cowboys, though. I mean, you just saw.
Shout out to one of my fantasy football teams that took a big leap of faith and picked the Dallas defense. I saw that on the line and I was like,
What?
I was like, you dummies, dude. Like, don't pick
Is Brock Bowers out? I know Ashton Genty hasn't done anything, but here's the game.
He's done a little bit, man.
A little.
But when you're going against the worst defense, he's going to do a lot.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I have that level of faith to.
The worst passing defense in the league.
Okay, I guess we could start there. The defense is at least going to look very, very different than it has all year. In the sense, I'm not saying results wise. I'm not anticipating
Just personnel-wise.
Personnel-wise, we are obviously the debut of Quinnen Williams, the debut of Logan Wilson. Both of them immediately are the best on the roster at their respective positions, which also means it'll be curious to see what the snap counts, snap splits are amongst the defensive tackles with Quinnen, Kenny Clark, and Osa. And then more importantly, where I think you could see some level of, if they can just get back closer to average, that would be such an improvement.
Yeah.
And seeing it in the linebackers group now with Logan Wilson coming in, pushing Kenneth Murray potentially off the middle spot, more of a run and tackle, basically what Shamar James had been doing. You're pushing Shamar James down the depth chart a little bit, not having to put a 21-year-old rookie out there for the majority of the snaps on defense. Obviously, the biggest addition besides Logan Wilson will be DeMarvion Overshown being back for the first time this year, making his debut in the number 0 jersey that he wanted on draft night. Have you ever heard this? Do you know why DeMarvion Overshown didn't get 0 as a rookie with the Cowboys?
No.
Get ready. This is one of the most Cowboys
told
things.
me, but
I think
I
I
don't
have too, but it's always worth retelling.
Yeah.
Jerry wouldn't give number 0 to DeMarvion Overshown because the mascot Rowdy.
Yeah, the mascot.
Number 0 with Rowdy on the back. He wouldn't. Didn't want
Mascot
to
gets more respect than the players.
than
man.
your rookie draft pick, who you think is going to be a big part of things for years to come. But you do see, he's going to be on a snap count. Talking about Overshown, you're not going to see an immediate rollout to what his full role potentially will look like by the end of the year. But again, if you're telling me we're seeing less Kenneth Murray Jr., less Sanborn, less Shamar James, because we're going to see more Logan Wilson and some level of DeMarvion Overshown, just in a personnel upgrade, that is massive.
Yeah.
Will it lead to any massive changes for the trajectory of the season? I don't really think so. I think the most optimistic Cowboy fan would tell you they don't think so. But it's not a bad thing just to have better guys in the game than what they've had all season long.
Might finish 7-10. Who knows?
And that's kind of what we're talking about at this point. I think that's a very realistic expectation. Like,
We'll see Monday.
which again is why there is an argument to be made that these are deals that could have been done in the offseason. Like you're now going to end up in the middle of the first round of the draft instead of top 10 if you had just kept playing the trash that you had put out there for the first half of the season. that you might end up in a better position in the long run. But I do think the other name, the secondary has been picked apart. Obviously, the safeties have injury issues. It does sound like Trayvon Diggs is going to play again for the Cowboys this season. They are talking about him being off IR in 2 weeks.
They got to play him. They paid him.
They could just, I was thinking they would just have him inactive, not suited out on game day and tell him thanks, but no thanks. We're going to cut you in the off season. You know it. We know it.
He was on I guarantee you he was on the trade block. They were trying to trade him.
Oh, I think so.
Nobody
for sure.
was wanting him. No one wanted to give up a 6th-round pick for him or anything. So might as well get your money's worth. And
it sounds like that's what will end up happening. So it'll be Trayvon Diggs potentially getting torched by some of these late season opponents again. But the other name to look for, Siobhan Ravel making his debut Monday night, the cornerback they took early in the draft this past April. He had the injury late in the year at East Carolina. Thought he would be back sooner than this, but it's lingered this far into the season. But he is finally making his debut Monday night and just having kind of like the linebackers, having any capable bodies instead of guys that you're plucking from practice squads of other teams or guys that you're literally pulling off the street 2 days before a game because you need someone to play cornerback. At least they are getting some guys back that you can put some level of faith in. That they will potentially make a difference to the overall defense. But we talked about it Tuesday night, looking at the rest of their schedule through the rest of the year. If they don't win this game, it gets ugly.
Yeah.
It gets real ugly. And then
I can see 4 in a row
they've already lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
This would be 3.
Yeah.
And the next 4 games, they're not going to be favored in.
Does the first-year coach get a first-year bye?
I think
with Jerry's record, yes.
Well, and with everything he's dealing with right now off the field, having a player die at his own hands during a season, I don't think I will. And I almost sent the clip to LG. We played it on the radio show yesterday. I do think there is a lot of value to having a players coach like Shoddy around the guys in a situation like this with Marshawn Kneeland's passing. Because in the press conference, if you missed it, I would suggest he did finally, they're all back in the building now because they were on bye last week after it happened. But they're all back together in the Star. And Shoddy gave his first press conference directly talking about Marshawn Kneeland's passing. And it was 37 minutes of an authentic human talking about loss and talking about family and brotherhood and caring and love. He's
an adult, like I said, everybody's been affected by this.
But he's also, I think I probably fall a little more he's a straight empath. He's a guy that cries, is not afraid to cry, shows emotion, is very open about showing emotion, is believable. It doesn't feel like a con artist like Brian Kelly calling the LSU football team his family. It feels different than that. It feels like Shoddy does
he's not
have
a used car salesman.
Exactly. Exactly. And
not saying anything's wrong with used car sales. My dad hates when I say that.
Oh,
because he was a used car salesman for you.
I worked at a used car lot for majority of college. The best people in the world. Love them. But you're right. You have a point. No, I do. It was Calvin Watkins was talking on a radio station up in DFW earlier this week, and he spoke about how whatever you think or thought about Jason Garrett back when Josh Brent had the drunk driving accident that killed Jerry Brown, his college teammate. no matter what you think about Jason Garrett, the coach, to a man, everyone in that organization spoke so highly of how Jason Garrett handled the locker room as the team was going through that. And it's Calvin Watkins, writer for the Star Telegram or Dallas Morning News, was talking about he can see a lot of similarities in the way Shoddy is handling the room right now, guiding the team through this tragedy in the way Garrett was. Now, granted, all of this to say, I don't know what they're going to look like come Monday night. They hadn't, think about this, they hadn't practiced all during the bye week. Yeah. And because of this, they didn't practice the first 2 days of this week. They held team meetings.
Yeah, they get the first, but they get an extra day because Monday.
Because of Monday, right. But
they rally? I can see emotions going it,
I think you're going to see a lot of emotions. Yeah. Obviously.
But there's professionals on the other side that, hey, I'm not going to just sit here and lay down and lose. We're going to play the game. We're going to have respect for the game is the main thing,
Yeah, and it's also a Raiders team that themselves are looking at the rest of their schedule thinking, if we don't get this win, where are we getting another one? I mean, it's a desperate Raiders team to not get totally embarrassed by the end of the season. And this is a game they definitely feel like they can win. Only other thing on Cowboys I had, this is where I defend or I give Jerry some level of credit after defending him on Tuesday night's episode from your unnecessary attacks.
Unnecessary? Come on, man.
Completely inaccurate. Accurate. Did you see the reporting on the poison pill that they put into the Micah Parsons trade?
Oh, yeah, they can't trade him to NFC East team.
So they can.
They can, but they're going to.
They have to give the Cowboys their 2027 first-round pick.
Is it worth it?
No, the trade should have never been done. But again, I will give some level of credit to Jerry because Jerry knew the Eagles at multiple times have tried to trade for Micah from Dallas.
He saw what happened with Saquon going to the Eagles in division. And then the ultimate, that's just the ultimate finger in the eye. Then we go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'm sure that doesn't feel good for a lot of Giants fans, especially also when you consider the head coach lost his job, but the GM that on Hard Knocks convinced the owner, we don't need Saquon anymore. He's dead weight. We need to move on. But you got
Scatterboo now.
It's also the same GM who gave Daniel Jones all the money in the world and then moved on from Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
And that guy.
That crazed maniac. Oh, I love that picture.
The GM needs to go in New York. But we should also say, in fairness, if the Cowboys trade Kenny Clark within the NFC North, then they also owe the Packers a first-round pick. That's not going to happen. No. But they had to match tit for tat.
They'll sit on that contract.
Of course, yeah. And they can get out of it. What they'll do is they'll probably tell Kenny Clark he has to restructure at the end of this year. And if he says no, then they'll cut him with no dead weight left on the deal. Because that's also when you bring in, we talked about this when they made the trade, Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and Osa are now $64 million between your defensive tackles. That is
a lot of money.
Untenable, unsustainable. But yeah, I'd say the thing I'm most excited for Monday night is seeing how the new guys on defense are integrated, how the snap counts get shared, who loses time, who gets paired together in the linebacker groups. That there is at least some authentic, real excitement about seeing that. And I do think they can still score. Despite their road woes offensively, their worst offensive games have all come on the road, excluding the Cardinals debacle 2 weeks ago. I think they can score against this Raiders defense. So all that being said, we do have to make picks tonight.
Yeah.
So be thinking about it as we talk about the rest of the games here. You want to start with your Niners? Who do they have this week?
Speaking of people coming off of injuries, one Brockthaniel Purdy is coming back.
I saw that. We have
And
guaranteed.
Pearsall is looking like he's going to play as well.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Obviously getting your quarterback back is big. But
Kittle said it best. He's like, we have to lean on our veteran offense because it's nothing but rookies on our defense and second-year guys. And they're doing as best as they can do being thrust in the situation that they have without the leadership of the all-world Fred Warner. They have to put up points. That's where they are. They're kind of Cincinnati Bengal in it right now. It's like, hey, we got to put up 30 to guarantee us a win. Like we expect you guys to keep it under 30, but that's about it. So
who is it this week? I didn't have it in front
Cardinals.
of me. Oh, that's right. That's
Division
right.
game, baby.
Division game. It's a big division week for the NFC West. The game of the week is Seahawks Rams.
Man, you got the best offense in the league versus arguably the second best defense. If I put them behind the Broncos, I don't know, maybe.
It's close. It's debatable, at least.
Yeah.
You could make a solid argument one way or another.
Yeah. But we just got to see where it's go. Everybody knows the game plan for us is, everything runs through McCaffrey. So
looking at that game, it is a 3:05 start. San Fran, despite the news of Purdy coming back, San Fran only 2.5-point favorites.
yeah.
Dallas is a bigger favorite against the Raiders than San Fran is against the Cardinals. That doesn't make any sense. I don't like that. That's stupid. Why do the Cowboys get any respect like that?
I hate this team.
Yes, thank you, Jets fan. Like that poor kid. There's generations of Cowboys fans that absolutely feel the same way about the Cowboys as he does his poor Jets. Although we should say Thursday night, the Jets are at least making it interesting. We're sitting here.
They had that first drive, winning touchdown, and I guess they did a trick play and just scored another touchdown.
That's the only way they're going to score. Trick plays, special teams.
Did you see Method Man as a photographer for the Jets now?
No.
Oh, buddy.
That is awesome.
He's
Taking a page out of
he's
Marshawn
on the
Lynch.
sidelines there taking photos, man.
Taking a
Crazy.
page out
Well,
of
who's the
Marshawn Lynch's.
Marshawn? Also, Randy Johnson.
Oh, he's doing it
Oh
now?
yeah,
He-
he's been doing it for a while.
He's been doing
yeah.
it for which also is funny to me because I remember when I would be sent on photo duty for concerts at Kiss or the Eagle at the music radio station. I'm a big dude, 6'4", 6'4" and a half, maybe 6'5" on a good day if I'm in my platforms. I can't imagine being Randy Johnson height trying to get into some of these photog areas, like down in the pits, in the well. You're not, and especially now, he's getting kind of old too.
Yeah,
That can't be
the
good.
knees are going out.
That can't be good for his body. No, thank you for the breaking news, LG. I was not aware that Method Man had started a new hobby. Maybe that's what the Jets need.
What was it? Calvin. Hey, Calvin, one of our buddy. Well, what's his real name? Is it Calvin?
It's probably Calvin because he doesn't want people to know the real name.
You know this, LG. When we saw him up at the Red Rocks hotel.
Oh, was it when y'all went to Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's laying out because I think that is by design. That is
buddy.
Calvin and Calvin only. You got anything else for your on the Niners game?
We just got to see.
Convince me that this is not going to be a test for your team.
Clifford.
Clifford. There we
you
go.
go.
I was like, I knew it started with the C. One of our buddies yelled "Hey, Clifford!" And he turned and was and of course his wife was the biggest Method Man fan. But anyway, I digress. I I mean, the Cardinals are on their backup quarterback, Brissett. I don't see him.
Or is he their starting quarterback?
Yeah, and they don't even have. They're on their third string running back. They lost some defenders last week, so their defense is not as strong. I just the Niners should win this, and I get there might be rust with Pearsall and Purdy, but once again, everything runs through McCaffrey. He's been killing it. Keep it going. Brian Robinson Jr. is looking better. He's put up a touchdown in the last 2 games. We're running him more to keep McCaffrey fresh. Not really helping my fantasy team doing that, but like keep the goal line backs to McCaffrey, damn it. But we should win this one, and we should have more points. I'd bet the over. I'd bet that they cover that spread easily.
Yeah, it's 48.5. I was just looking at that because I was trying to see if there were any trends to jump on here.
Yeah. I mean, the over on the total points, I can see this being like a 28-17 game.
See, that I was about to say that's expecting a lot, and that wouldn't even cover. That's expecting a lot of points from Arizona. I don't know.
I mean, they're going against rookies and stuff, and Marvin Harrison and Brissett seem like they have a chemistry, but if they got to run them on the left side because they can't run them on the right side because Lenore was over there on his own island. Don't throw it against him.
So the Cardinals only scored 27 points against Dallas. If you don't break 30 points when you play Dallas, I don't think you break.
They were 3 points away from breaking.
I don't think you break 14 against any other team.
Trey Bryant is definitely a top 3 tight end.
You want to hear some of the other games of the week?
Sure.
Because we do have. I mentioned counting. We have another in a Europe game this time in Madrid. Counting that as a quote unquote primetime game because it's primetime there in the time zone it's in. So tonight, Jets and Pats. Looks like we're going to the 4th quarter. It's a 7-point game, surprisingly, but the Pats probably going to win that. It's not a good matchup on paper.
Right,
the Madrid game Sunday morning, 3-7 Commanders versus the 3-7 Dolphins. That's straight ass category. Despite the Dolphins smoking the Bills last week, still ass. The only good primetime game we have this week, Sunday Night Football, 6-3 Eagles traveling outdoors into the elements at the 7-2 Eagles.
No.
6-3 Lions at the 7-2 Eagles.
That's
Eagles, Sunday Night
that's
Football.
Funny. Did you hear AJ Brown?
Yeah,
he's a straight S show in the locker room.
I mean,
it's a bleep word.
There's not when a wide receiver of his caliber is not getting the targets that he thinks he deserves.
When the wide receiver, the number 1 wide receiver says bench me in your fantasy teams,
That's probably not what you want to hear.
Like, God dang, man.
I don't think, we've said it. This is the same Eagles team that got outgained in their first 4 games of the season.
Yeah.
They won all those games, but the offense was getting outperformed week after week after week after week for the sake of 4 there. This is an Eagles team that has, despite the 7-2 record, kind of like the Broncos with the 8-2 record, there are absolutely issues on the offensive side of the ball. And I think, A.J. Brown is not going to be one to stay quiet as.
And Saquon Barkley is just underperforming.
It's been a down year.
Like, I get him. Like, can't get right. They're satisfied with 1 Super Bowl. They're not looking to go back to back.
And that one, of course, the other primetime game is Cowboys-Raiders Monday night. But that Lions-Eagles game, Eagles favored by 2.5. Eagles favored 2.5 at home. Sunday Night Football primetime matchup.
Sounds like a coin flip.
I think that's going to be a great game. I don't know if I trust the Lions at night in Philadelphia, but I think that'll definitely be one we pick. Also mentioned that NFC West matchup, Seahawks at Rams. You want to guess the spread on that one?
Seahawks at Rams.
At Rams in LA.
Rams 1.5. Oh no, Rams 3.5.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Rams minus 3.5. Rams 3.5 point favorites in that one. Both teams 7-2. Something's got to give in that game though, because the Seahawks are undefeated on the road this year. Rams are 3-1 at home. That's
good offense versus a good defense. You know.
Yeah,
It's that classic matchup.
I think there's an argument to be made that the Seahawks are the more complete team, maybe, but the Rams offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Where they
Let's see
can.
if Devontae Adams plays. He
Yeah,
had
did
a
you-
oblique injury, but they're expecting him to play.
Did you see? Shouldn't laugh at an injury. Did you see the play where he came up lame, grabbing his back?
No.
So he was doing a chop, at the line, foot chop to try to, before he went into his cut.
Yeah.
But he's just chopping his legs, and then all of a sudden, like me getting out of bed, like, oh,
Yeah, because he like doubles over.
yeah, like reaches back, but it just so many accounts were doing him dirty because it looked so bad because he wasn't moving really. He's just
wasn't getting
chopping,
touched, yeah.
and then just like a sniper got him.
That happens when you get older, man.
It's very, very much
when
so.
you sneeze and you throw out your back, that's always oh man.
The other games we're gonna have to choose from.
I like the KC versus the Broncos.
You want to go with that one? Okay,
Yeah, I like that one.
That is 3:25 kickoff. 5-4 Chiefs at 8-2 Broncos. You guess the line on that one.
At
Mile High.
Chiefs minus 5.5.
Really? Oh, you're close to it. Chiefs minus 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
I couldn't believe.
I thought they would get more points just because the Broncos are reeling, but their defense is still stellar. But Bo Nix, man, talk about someone who's like probably hurting all the Vegas betting, the guys who make the spreads, just hurting their brain, being like, which Bo Nix we gonna get?
Yeah, what do I make of this team
Yeah.
based on Bo Nix inconsistency? All that being said, they are undefeated at home.
Yeah.
The power of Mile High is real, especially when that defense gets going
Yeah.
and the crowd gets behind them. The offense hasn't had to do a whole lot to win games because the defense has been such a game-wrecking unit. Chiefs only 1-3 on the road, but coming off their bye week, like the Cowboys are. And the Chiefs coming out of a bye is usually a dangerous, dangerous team to go up against.
And honestly, yes, the Chiefs get calls. We all know that. But I don't see the NFL not edging them into the playoffs somehow.
I think if they make the playoffs,
if they lose this game, I haven't looked at their rest of the record, but I think they can only lose 2 more games before they might be out of the wild card.
2 more would put them at 7. No, they could still get in there.
What's the record right now?
5-4.
5-4.
Yeah,
So if they go,
and Jacksonville's the last
10-7.
playoff team right now, and they're 5-4
okay.
as well. So there's still plenty of wiggle room. But
I think 3 games is the magic number. If they lose 3
yeah,
games.
I think you're closer there. Well, then that would still only be, it might be 4 actually.
Yeah.
Because it's all dependent on
4 is a guarantee.
It's all dependent on what the Jaguars do, because the Jaguars at 5-4, holding on to that last playoff spot. I think Jacksonville loses 3 more games this year. Without looking at their upcoming schedule,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that.
They got an easy division though. I wonder how many more division games they get.
I think the Texans at 4-5 with Davis Mills at quarterback and not CJ Stroud are a better football team than the Jaguars are. Like that feel-good win Jacksonville had over Kansas City when Trevor Lawrence falls down, gets up, runs in for the game-winning. Like that feels so long ago now because of their, they weren't able to roll any wins.
So
After that.
looking at the Chiefs' schedule, they got the Broncos 2 times.
Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah. They got the Colts. These are the games that they could lose. The Chargers again. And that's it. because then they play the Raiders, the Titans, the Texans might be competitive. Who knows? That's a shot thing. And the Cowboys.
Oh yes.
Let's go ahead and chalk those all up to wins.
Yeah, let's go ahead and count those chickens before they roost. Like that's just fine. I think I think everyone would agree. The only other game.
But y'all playing in Jerry World, so the spread might be 8.5.
Sure. Yeah. The only other game I might try to convince you that we should pick 6-3 Bucks at 6-3 Bills. That is
I didn't see that one.
Bills minus 5.5. It's an early game. It's the noon window because that's the other thing. I don't. When it works out, it's not a hard rule, but when it works out, I like to get a game in each window.
Yeah.
So I can live or die off these stupid picks each window on Sunday. So there's your contenders for game of the week. Of course, we pick the Cowboy game, we pick the Niner game, and then we need 3 more to pick from there. So what games do you want to throw on the docket?
We're doing Seattle, LA.
I feel like we got to do that one.
Yeah,
got to do that
I think
one.
the Chiefs Broncos interesting.
Okay.
I think we can have 2 different ones. And then I like that early game, Tampa. And
You like that one more
Buffalo.
than Lions Eagles?
Oh,
I almost think we should drop Chiefs Broncos for
'Cause-
Lions Eagles.
yeah, because they're going to play again.
You're going to take the Chiefs, right?
I might take the Broncos. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you that choice. I'll let you know. I would take Chiefs in that.
You would take Chiefs.
I would take Chiefs. I would take Chiefs to cover the 3.5 in that. If you want to throw it on there to have a split with me, I will more than happily take that win.
Like, who are you going to pick, San Francisco or the Cardinals?
Well, I mean, that one we have to pick. I can't tip my hand. No, I'm taking, what was it, 2.5?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that feels like Niners.
So
all day.
let's throw the Niners off. Rejoice, Sports Cave.
No.
We're gonna keep the Niners
We
on?
have to for consistency. Because at the end of the year, I want to see which one of us were more right about each other's teams. Because I bet you're more right about the Cowboys and I'm more right about the Niners.
Oh, really?
That's my guess. That's how it's
All right, I like that.
looking at the last 7 weeks. That's how it's trending right now.
All right, I like that. All right. Yeah, let's throw the Chiefs Broncos off and do the
Lions,
Bills.
Eagles,
Lions, Eagles, yeah.
Bucks, Bills. Okay. So that being said, Cowboys are 3.5 point favorites on the road Monday night in Las Vegas. I will go first since they're my team. I think Shoddy's got them in a good place.
Yeah.
Mentally after all the tragedy. I do think that defensive line group and in conjunction with the rest of the defense,
Yeah.
I think they're going to be playing their hearts and ass off.
They had good trade deadline
We're going to
picks.
see the debut of the guys they gave up real value for. Quinnen Williams is a badass. He is a beast.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best player on their defense right
Is he
now.
36 years old? Or
Quinnen Williams? No, 27.
What? I feel like there was another Quinn Williams way back in the
He was a cornerback.
cornerback.
I'm pretty sure.
I might just be thinking of this Quinn Williams. Like, how old is he? 28, 29,
27.
27?
Turning 28 in, I think, later this year.
Maybe it was the Hard Knocks with Aaron Rodgers that I saw Quinn Williams. Like, I thought there was. Anyway, you're picking the Cowboys.
I will be taking the Cowboys to cover 3.5 points.
Sir, we are in agreement. I am
Really?
picking the Cowboys, and it disgusts me.
Yeah.
It makes me feel ick.
Look, I don't disagree with you, but I don't think they lose this game.
Nah.
After
Just focus on Brock Bowers and Genty, and come on, man. Like, that's all you have to do.
Is Geno even playing? We didn't even mention that because we saw him leave the game last Thursday night.
He left, but he came back in, didn't he?
Yeah. I haven't seen any reports that he's not going. I just thought about it off the top of my head.
I think he's playing.
Yeah.
They got money invested in him. They're not going to go with the backup.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like they have a former top round pick that's sitting on the bench as the backup either.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, give me Cowboys.
Yeah.
Give me Cowboys covering
Cowboys.
3.5. Although it should be said, a week ago, the Broncos didn't cover 3.5 when they beat this Raiders team.
Yeah. Sun
Just
shines on the
something-
dog's ass
yeah.
twice a day.
Something to think about. Let's do Niners. Niners 2.5 point favorites. It sounds like there doesn't need to be much discussion here. We are both taking the Niners to cover.
Yeah. There's your Niner minute, Greg.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're going to be doing. Your Niners are going to hang around, but as the Cowboys, if the Cowboys lose this game Monday night, it might be a Spurs hour to start every episode, and we'll do well. Thank you, Gina. We'll do a Cowboys minute from now on if they lose this game. They won't even get a full segment. Niners minus 2.5.
Yep.
Which I still can't believe the Cowboys are bigger favorites than the Niners are, but that's how Vegas builds their casino. That's how they build those
They
buildings.
count on those injuries, man. But we've been playing next man up for 7 years now. So give us put some spec on my name.
We'll do the rest of them in order as they are played, which means the noon window. Bucks at Bills, both 6-3. Bills coming off the embarrassing loss to Miami.
Yes.
Buffalo minus 5.5 at home. A big number going up against what we all think is a good team in Tampa.
It's a good team, but they're depleted. Still no
Yep.
Godwin.
Yep.
So all you're really facing is Ibuka and
And Bucky Irvin.
Bucky Irvin's gone.
Bucky Irvin's out? I thought he was back at practice this week.
I have not seen anything that says. Let me.
Yeah, that might be the determining factor.
Doubtful.
Doubtful.
Yeah. So he's not going to be on the field. You're going to have White in the backfield. It's going to be Kate Otten and Ibuka.
There's a lot of Kate Otten last week.
Yeah. I got to go with the Bills. They're at home.
Covering.
All they need is a
5
touchdown to
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Bills minus 5.5.
I've been wrong on Tampa many a time.
Not so fast, my friend. I've been wrong on Tampa many a times too, but I'm willing to be wrong again.
Oh, he's going with the Bake Show.
I will take back the cheating girlfriend. Give me the Bucks plus. If you're giving me Baker Mayfield plus 5.5 points, I will run to the bank with that. But I also
that OU trash.
That Texas Tech trash, that Lake Travis trash. He might have even been technically enrolled at TCU for a split second before Gary Patterson ran him out. I think I remember saying, if you're giving me Baker Mayfield and the points, then I'm taking it. I think I've said that 3 times this year, and I've lost.
Stand by my statement.
I've lost every one of those.
Yes.
So take that as some level of confidence in your pick.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in order, next up would be 3:00 window. Game of the week, Seahawks at Rams. Rams minus 3.5.
You go first on this one.
I'll take this one first. I like what the Seahawks do. I think they, like I said a minute ago, I think they're potentially the more complete team.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the Rams offense is playing and the fact that they're at home, I think I'm leaning Rams to cover. It's 3.5. The half on that hook, that half-point hook on the field goal does make me nervous because I think this is going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I think potentially this is a 24-21, 27-24. I think that half hook is going to be what burns me. But I think the chances of the Rams winning this game are more likely than the chances of that 0.5 hook burning me. So I will take Rams to cover the 3.5 points.
Well, sir, the one way you beat Matthew Stafford is pressure.
Yep, put him on the ground.
And how do you create pressure? With lockdown coverage in the backfield.
Reek Woolens looked great again the last couple of weeks. Former UTSA kid got benched and now back in the starting lineup due to injury. He's had a good run, pass breakups the last couple of weeks.
Sam Darnold, solid, as his PFF rating, as you would say, is solid. James Ndambunka.
There it is.
JSN. He is becoming easily one of the top 5 best wide receivers in the game right now.
Hard to argue.
Charbonnet is coming off that 1-2 punch with Walker and Charbonnet.
Dude, Charbonnet's been winning us fantasy games.
Yeah.
That was one. Honestly,
I got him in one of my keeper leagues, and I picked him when he was a rook, and
that's one of Zeb's most underrated draft picks. That one.
It's the Jonathan Taylor.
No. But I mean, to have Charbonnet in that flex spot, like he's literally been deciding games for us. When he has a good game, we win. The games we lose are when Charbonnet is under 5 points.
Yeah. So
all that being said, you're taking Rams just like me.
I'm taking Seattle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They play better on the road.
Lock it in?
Lock it in.
Okay.
They play just like how they're undefeated on the road right now. The Rams play worse at home.
Well, they're 3-1 at home though.
And what's that one?
San Fran, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because that's Levi's South, baby.
Okay, Rams.
That's our stadium.
I'm taking Rams. You're taking Seahawks. So that means you get the 3.5 points. And then rounding it out, Sunday night, right? This is Sunday night football? Yes, Sunday night football. Lions at Eagles. Eagles favored by 2.5 points. The Lions have been a team that I've consistently gotten wrong this season. Every time I pick them, Aiden Hutchinson is healthy. Mm-hmm.
Did they do any good draft trade deadlines?
Weren't too active.
Weren't too active.
Not that I can. I mean, the Eagles were active. We saw Phillips debut for them last week and have an instant impact in that game against the Packers.
With all the turmoil that's happening in that locker room in the Eagles and their star wide receiver telling people to bench them in fantasy, and it's a S show in there.
Well, the Lions offense has its own issues too. Dan Campbell took over play calling duties last week. Mm-hmm. Strategically took it over when he's going up against that bad Washington defense.
Wow.
But still, he took. I love you, Dan.
Got a little momentum going in there.
He took. They lost 2 weeks ago to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Dan takes over play calling duties. They put 44 on the board against Washington last week. But there's some offensive turmoil within the Lions building too right now.
If you're gonna give me Dan Campbell calling plays, Jahmyr Gibbs outplaying Saquon Barkley, their top receiver, St. Brown,
and you get
playing
2
better
points.
than there. Yeah, I'm picking Detroit. Man. That's all day.
Man.
That's all day, baby.
I thought I could convince you with the Lions playing outside at night.
No.
Dan Campbell taking over.
Link in its aura.
Demoting his offensive coordinator.
You're going to be hearing some boos, sir. You're going to be, I put that in the books.
I want to see Dom and Dan Campbell cage fight. I think that would be, I would
You're talking about the security guard?
Yeah, Big Dom.
Big Dom.
He's got more chains than you now. Every time I see him, he adds a chain to his outfit. He's becoming the memification of what Philadelphia Eagles football is. You're taking the Lions.
I'm taking
with
the
the points. Final answer?
Final answer.
Locked in. Lions plus 2.5. Man. So right now, we both took the Cowboys. We both took the Niners. But then we split the other 2 games. So if I go against you here, we would have 3 games where we're split on. We would guarantee not to end
In a tie.
in another tie at the end of this week. But that means that you're putting me in the position of 1, picking against Dan Campbell, 2, picking in support of the Eagles. Those are 2 things that are pretty difficult for me to follow through
Hey,
on.
I had to pick the Cowboys, man. You don't think I'm reeling over here?
Picking against Dan Campbell is harder for me to follow through than committing to do the dishes after.
buddy.
No, I'll do them. Don't worry about them. I'll get to them.
I'll just set them in there.
Yeah. No,
I
just
got 'em.
soak. Just let's soak them for a while. I'm like as has been well documented on this show. I'm a bit of a soaker myself.
He loves soaking.
I do love soaking. I do think the smart play is Eagles here, because you're getting less than a field goal that they have to cover. I think that defense, the way it's playing, is where I would have more faith, because I do think the Lions have questions in terms of offensive consistency right now, and we're just as likely to see the offensive struggles that we saw before Dan took over play calling, even though he's now calling the plays. I don't think is the solve all be all solution. But all that said, I can't pick against Dan. I gotta take Dan, just in case it gets back to Dan's lovely folks.
He's gonna give you a pep talk.
Yeah, just for that, let's check in on Dan Campbell, the program that Dan Campbell built. Mineral Wells came back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Dan, we might need you to take over play calling
those
duties.
cigarette smoking high schoolers.
Yeah, might need Dan to take over play calling duties there at Glenrose. Okay, it's over, but it ended up being a little closer than expected. Mineral Wells ended up scoring 34 points. I don't like that. So final picks. Both have Cowboys, both have Niners. I've got the underdog Buccaneers. You've got the favored Bills. I've got the favored Rams. You've got the underdog Seahawks. And then we both take the underdog Lions.
Yeah.
Let's win them all. Should be a good week. Let's real quickly, before we get to lightning round, I do want to mention it's a bit of an elimination weekend in college football. In fact, let me mark this 9:50. This will be a quick kick on some college football. The elimination games, number 11 OU at number 4 Bama.
Yeah.
Bama,
OU loses, they're out.
no question.
Yeah.
That would be their 3rd conference loss. Bama is still undefeated in conference. They just have the bad loss to Florida State at the start of the season. And then number 10 Texas at number 5 Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the game of the week.
Yeah, this is the night game.
ABC, which
Between the hedges.
don't have on YouTube TV.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't.
You can sign in on your computer and get a $20 credit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
You know what that is? That's appeasing the proletariat. Like, take your $20. We're still fighting it. The corporations, we'll figure out what's in your best interest. But in the
We're
meantime,
doing this for you guys.
here's a $20 bill. Don't spend it all in one place. There is some argument to be made that the Texas game, if Texas loses this but ends up winning out the rest of the games, beating A&M, there is some wiggle room, some scenario.
Because they lost to the number 1
That's correct.
Ohio State non-conference game.
Right. So they would still only have 2 conference losses. Granted, one of them's a bad loss to Florida. But there could still be, they would have more life than Oklahoma would.
Yeah.
If both lose on
3 conference
Saturday.
games, 3 conference losses, and then you lose to
you're out at
They
that
still
point.
have Texas in the ESPN little playoff bracket outlook. They still have Texas in.
You got to win. You can't leave it up to what everyone else does. I mean, because here's the other deal: the team that Oklahoma and Texas are pretty much going to end up being directly compared to if all three teams went out, the third team being the one, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has 2 losses. They're favored in every game left on their schedule. They're more than likely going to end the season 10-2, not playing in a conference championship game. They have their toughest test left on the schedule this weekend, traveling to number 22 Pitt, who, since Pitt changed their quarterback 5 weeks ago, all of a sudden they're a top 3 offense in college football.
Whoa.
Their quarterback is they've really taken off. I think it was injury related. We also talked about, I think it was Tuesday night, we were talking about how Coach Daly out in Seguin, his son, who's the quarterback, is committed to Pitt. Like, Pitt is recruiting the hell out of Texas right now with this current coaching staff.
Yeah.
And all the NIL money they have available. They're choosing wisely and hitting 3A, 4A high schools.
The best state in the country.
Exactly. So I don't think it's going to be a walk through victory for Notre Dame this weekend. So you look at, that's number 9, 10, and 11 in the country. All of them currently with 2 losses. So I include Notre Dame in this trio of elimination games. Obviously, they have the easiest opponent going up against Pitt instead of Bama or Georgia. But if Notre Dame loses that game, they're out too. But also, if they lose this game, if Oklahoma wins and Texas loses, and then Oklahoma drops it, all of the scenarios are going to fall where the committee is going to have to decide between a 1-loss Big 12 team and a 2-loss SEC team for the final spot, or in a worst case scenario, a 3-loss SEC team versus a 2-loss Big.
We got to see how this week plays out.
Exactly. We're getting too far ahead, but I'm hoping the chaos ends up with the committee having to choose between 2-loss Utah not playing in the Big 12 conference championship game versus 3-loss Texas. When, you know what I'm saying? Because the committee will say, wow, well, one of Texas's losses to the team that went number 1 all season, wire to wire, after beating the number 1 team at the time, Texas. Yeah. I think you're going to see the committee's going to bend themselves into a pretzel.
That Manning on their team.
Exactly.
It's
all they're caring about is what's going to get them the biggest TV numbers, and that's going to infuriate some fan base by the time we get to the final rankings. All right, LG, fire up the old lightning round. Let's get to it. Starting, you kind of mentioned it there at one point. The rumors of Paul Skeens already being attached to New York, particularly the Yankees. That's one side of the story. The bigger story is Tarek Skubal, back-to-back Cy Young wins. Paul Skeens, Rookie of the Year last year, Cy Young winner this year. I think that's the first pitcher since, I think it was Doc Gooden.
Oh, wow.
I think that's the last time that happened. I think that's what I saw.
Sweet.
Someone fact check me on that if that's not correct. I think that's right, though. But yeah, both, and we got news that Shohei was the MVP, National League MVP. That came down earlier this evening.
And won Aaron Judge.
It's official?
Official.
Okay.
It was like
how close was it?
35 first place votes.
Oh my God.
20,
it was
26.
Okay, it was 17. Every single vote for first and second place went to Judge or Raleigh.
Yeah.
Judge had 17 first place votes. Cal Raleigh had 13. And then you flip it for second place votes. It was 13 to 17. So total 355 to 335. Judge edges. It's the right decision.
It's the right decision, man.
Statistically,
if you gave it to Altuve because you cannot forget about his average. That's the same argument, but
No, this is like Karl Malone getting the MVP. Cal Raleigh would have been like Karl Malone getting the MVP because people were tired of giving it to Jordan.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Jordan was the MVP. I mean, Aaron Judge's WAR, what was it, like 9.7? I was looking at it earlier. Yeah. Aaron Judge's WAR was 9.7. Shohei Ohtani's was 7.7.
yeah,
That's a huge, huge gap. Next closest was Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
7.6. Paul Skeens had a higher WAR than Cal Raleigh did. Cal Raleigh 7.3.
and that's on a horrible offense of Pittsburgh.
Cal Raleigh was closer to Bobby Witt Jr. in WAR than he was to Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
I thought I've said it all year, and I know it's frustrated you to no end. I thought the baseball writers were going to have the fatigue of Aaron Judge combined with the fact that
these Yankees.
Cal Raleigh broke the record, most home runs hit by a catcher. He also caught 130 games. I thought they were going to go for the more romantic, poetic choice in Cal Raleigh because that's what baseball writers do, but they made the right decision.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
I mean, if Judge didn't get injured, he won the MVP last year. He was having a better season than last year.
Yeah.
And the only thing Raleigh did that was so romantic is he sat on fastballs and hit home runs. But he struck out. I want to see his strikeout. So I don't know if he led the league, but he was up there.
Yeah.
And he batted, what, 260 or under?
I think he was right there at 260,
Yeah.
was it not? It might have been under. It might have been closer.
It's not a home
240.
run contest. It's a overall statistical contest.
So I wanted just to give it some level of perspective. Aaron Judge's 9.7 WAR. Barry Bonds in 2003 had the highest WAR in all of baseball. It was 9.2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, it's pretty significant. Alex A-Rod had the highest WAR in baseball as a 20-year-old and a 29-year-old and a 31-year-old. All of that was 9.4.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, his best year of WAR was now not the best year. God, dude, Mike Trout's WAR numbers were insane before
Oh, yeah.
he really wore down.
Till injuries just got caught up with them.
Yeah, Mike Trout's biggest one was 10.5. But just the guys that have had years of 9.7, Barry Bonds age 25 year, Barry Bonds age 31 year, Lou Gehrig's age 32. What age do you think of as Ken Griffey Jr. at his most dangerous? Like what?
I'd say 24.
Okay. Ken Griffey Jr., age 26, 9.7. So
Yeah.
when you were seeing Griffey on the cover of Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball,
Yeah.
he had the same WAR that year as Aaron Judge had this year. The numbers absolutely.
And Judge joins
Support you.
elite Yankee company for one of 4 Yankees to have 3 MVPs. Can you name those other 3?
Well, Babe?
Nope.
Babe doesn't count. Babe didn't have 3 with the Yankees?
No, I don't know, man. I don't really know too much of the Babe Ruth history. I know more of the 40s, 50s, and
Gehrig?
60s. Yeah, Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
No.
No?
But
Oh.
no.
Now you're tripping me up
No.
on
Yogi Berra.
Yogi.
Yogi I think he has like 5 or 6. Like he was a masher. Mickey Mantle
Yeah.
and Joe DiMaggio.
And DiMaggio. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of surprising. That's kind of surprising that Gehrig never won.
I think
multiple.
I think he won 2. But
He
this
won
is
2.
3. This is 3 or more.
Oh, heard. I
Yeah,
was thinking
a
okay,
lot of
yeah.
people won 2.
Yeah.
But 3 or more. I think how many does Yogi? I think it's 7. He has ridiculous amount of MVPs.
Yeah, that's absurd. That is the definition of ridiculous. While you look that up, I got another one. LG, hit me. Did you see any of the new All-Star format for the NBA?
No.
So, as much as I defend the Emirates NBA Cup, I kind of think the NBA is doing a little too much with this new All-Star game format. Let me know when you have the number.
I think did Yoki ever win? Has anyone for?
If you
So he had 3.
okay,
I know he was like a 10-time All-Star or something at his position, but the only person to have 4 MVPs, no other player in the MLB has won 4 MVPs until today.
with
Shohei Ohtani,
Shohei, and that's
and
4
Barry Bonds.
consecutive unanimous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
no, I think he didn't win the one because he got injured in one of the years.
I guess it's counting when he qualified because I saw it was consecutive. I guess based on qualifying, if he plays enough games,
Yeah.
he qualifies. If not, so the NBA All-Star Game format, it's going to be USA versus the world, which I'm interested. Okay, it's the weird thing is they're going to take 5 starters from the East, 5 starters from the West, like normal, like they've always do. 7 reserves, like they always do. So it's 24 total players, like it's always been, or at least for the last few years. The difference, one, positions no longer matter. They're just taking the 5 highest vote getters as the starters. So you don't get the 3 backcourt, 2 front court, or however they had it. So I think I had that backwards. But the other part of it, because it's USA versus world, they're guaranteeing that 8 of the players will be from the world side and 16 of the players will be from the USA side. Because what they're doing is they're going to have 3 teams of 8 guys.
Oh,
2 of them made up of Americans. 1 of them, that's a world team.
and
So, like, you're already thinking SGA, Luka, Wemby.
They did that last year,
Jokic.
but with the rookie All-Star, the rookie sophomore.
Very similar.
Yeah.
And the way they're doing it, they're playing 1 game. Each quarter will be it's going to be a round robin matchup for the first 3 quarters of the game.
Wow.
And then the 4th quarter will be the quote unquote championship against the 2 teams that did the best during round robin play.
So they get to be the 4-quarter heroes.
Yeah, again, feels like we're
Let's see if they put any effort into it.
right. Maybe the USA world will cause some level of commitment that hasn't been there. The other thing is it's on NBC this year because NBA on NBC is back, and it's tying into the Winter Olympics that are taking place. So that afternoon, you're going to have a USA hockey game. And as soon as that game ends, they're going right to the NBA All-Star game, which means it's not going to be a primetime game anymore. It's going to start at like 4 or 5 o'clock, which I do kind of like that because if you're not going to put effort into it, at least get it over by
early.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Hit me, LG.
Doing too much, though.
Shout out to the AI overlords with the laugh of the laugh of the season, who offered me a trade for CeeDee Lamb and Godson, that my tight end out of Chargers, LA
Who
Chargers.
you've been talking up, yeah.
And he was trying to give me Debo Samuels and Crosby Merritt. I know you're doing a bit on that one.
It doesn't
bro.
hurt to ask.
Nah, you know, like trade deadline.
Your season's
he sent it
over.
to me at 5 o'clock right before the show. I was like, "Yeah, you getting on the air."
Your season's over. What do you need them for?
Oh,
You're not going to make the playoffs.
My season's just beginning, baby. We
I
healthy.
don't like the way you say that. I don't like that one bit. Hit me, LG. I teased MLS news as I was giving you way too much information earlier about Jordan Morris and his career arc. Those damn injuries kept blowing his knee out. MLS announced today they're finally doing something they should have done years ago. Right now, the MLS season starts in February and ends in like right now, basically. It ends, it's like February through
Still go through the heat of the
October,
summer.
November. It's changing. They are going to finally match up their season with the majority of the rest of the world. Yeah. They're going to follow the European calendar now.
So we don't have to have our players going overseas.
Exactly. And we can have, like, we're going to have, when FIFA calls an international window, we're going to be able to call all of our best players now because they will be lined up in the same windows.
Yeah.
They won't, you won't have the Colorado Rapids saying, yeah, look, I know y'all want to call in this 20-year-old stud, but we really need him for a Tuesday night matchup against Real Salt Lake. You know, like,
I wonder if they're going to start putting disclaimers in their contracts being like, you can't play a full season here and then a full season over in the U.S.
It wouldn't surprise. I mean, there's still MLS is the most gimmicky, controlled economic structure of any of our leagues. It's a single payer, it's a single owner entity. So the league technically owns all of the teams, and they license them out to people. That then it's very, and there's a crazy salary cap structure. But if you're Miami, you can sign 3 dudes that played together at Barcelona.
Yeah.
But if you're Real Salt Lake, you better develop that academy, brother.
Yeah, you don't have that money.
You need to bring in the teenagers. The one thing is, the one holdup, so it'll run from August to April, August to May, like the rest of the world. But they're going to do the same way Germany does in the Bundesliga. They're going to have a winter break. So they'll take off basically all of January and part of February to let the worst weather, because you don't want to be playing in Denver,
Snow.
Colorado, exactly, or some of the Minnesota. Absolutely not. But celebrate. I give MLS owners at least some credit for finally
like you should
making.
have done it a long time ago, man.
Now let's get promotion and relegation and stop being socialist with our sports leagues. Let's actually reward success and punish failure like the rest of the world.
Hit me, LG. One of my favorite players is debuting this week. If you have that video, LG, that I sent through proper channels.
Was LG? Was it sent through the proper channel? If it's not, don't you air a second of this thing?
Sent through proper channels.
We have established there is a protocol.
There's rules to this.
Look at how this is not Nom, Donnie. There are rules. These men are nihilists. They believe in nothing. You see how professional we are now.
We are professional.
We've got to follow protocol. LG, have we followed protocol to get the video on the air tonight? This is also okay.
There we go.
This is back-to-back shows. You provided video.
This is one of my favorite.
I did hear the drop though. You might have froze the system.
LG
Got nothing.
Got nothing.
Oh, well,
I sent it through X.
There we go.
There we
maybe
go.
it got deleted. Oh yes, yeah. Okay, I'm happy you pulled this.
Yes. Let's go ahead and play this.
I want fans to know that I'm going to do my best. Obviously, I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution.
God, I love James.
And just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old. Now I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton
that
reference,
is
if y'all don't know.
spectacular.
That's a Hamilton reference.
10-year reunion. I'm on.
That's spectacular. Okay, I'm glad that was sent through
I
the
don't
proper.
know. I don't know the
channels.
odds on that, but I think the Giants gonna win this game. When he comes out hype like this, remember when he was playing in Cleveland? He's like, I get to play in real football weather. Oh, God, give the glory. This is the best thing ever. I'm so happy.
I know when an athlete has crossed over to a different level of fame or awareness, social awareness amongst the rest of the people that aren't sickos about sports like we are.
Yeah.
The roommate
Knows about
Jameis Winston and follow, like when he was on assignment at the Super Bowl and he was riding around on the scooter in New Orleans just interviewing people. No, he was driving the rickshaw.
Yeah.
He was driving the rickshaw carrying people around. Like Jameis crosses over into a level of pop culture entertainment that most athletes don't get to. I could not look. I was so sad.
He's like George Kittle, where that's him. He's authentic.
Yeah,
He's
you're not. That's
he's
not
like,
an act.
I'm having fun. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm gonna stuff crab legs down my pants and like that's who I am. I'm gonna stand up on the table in the middle of a cafeteria at Florida State and yell some absurd, nasty stuff.
Effer and the P.
Exactly. Like again,
gotta
I was
love it.
so sad a team with something to play for didn't trade for him at the deadline.
ridiculous.
He should have been a Cincinnati Bengal. You got anything else before we close out?
that's
LG, hit me. We'll close with this. As you set up the clip, something took place last week at a Valero in Plainview, Texas, a podunk-ass town. I can say that because I'm from one. And I married a Lubbockite, so I can say it about the Panhandle too. Plainview up in the Panhandle, we had a 3-way coin flip straight out of Friday Night Lights to determine who made the playoffs in this district. Go ahead and fire it off. I'll play it underneath
They've
you.
done this before.
Right.
Okay, we're all going to flip. It's going to go up.
God,
Red land,
they all got their assistants.
coin,
It's so great.
and it's the odd man out. I mean, the odd man is the winner. So whoever has the odd.
See, that was also very confusing. It's the odd man out. Wait, I mean, the odd man's the winner.
Yeah.
That means you're out. You're good. You won.
All right, let's go ahead. Just flip them.
For my boys.
God.
Your hands. Tails here.
Tails.
Tails won.
Heads here.
Heads here. Hang on.
Robbie.
What is that? Oh, that's heads.
That's it.
Heads. That's heads. Tails. Yep, that's heads.
Tails here. Coach Dunham.
Heads, heads.
Okay. And real high.
So excited. So excited.
So,
I'm glad that we got local media and
of course, we got to.
this.
It's the lure of it that keep playing at LG.
Ada Valero.
Valero should have sponsored the coin flip. It's funny that Amarillo is the team that won it, and I'll tell you why this sucks for El Paso El Dorado, the school that Amarillo now will play in the first round. So this coin flip was to determine the 4th place team in the district. Normally the 4th place team gets smoked in the first round. That's who Mineral Wells was tonight. Glen
Yeah, I
Rose
didn't see
won their
that.
district.
We said if it's
Yeah,
God's
he's-
plan and it's God's plan.
God's plan.
We got
Nothing better than a Texas high school football
I'm just
coach.
crying all the time. I'm an emotional
I'm
wreck.
tired of crying
It's
all the
God's
time.
plan. And
God made this
trust in
happen.
I cannot wait. We've got a
God
meeting
cares
at
about
10
who the
a.m. in
4th place
morning with
team
parents
is
and
in the
kids, and
Panhandle
there's gonna be a
division
lot
of Texas
hard
high school
conversation.
football,
There's
Cap.
still
You
gonna
need
be
to
some hard
understand that.
conversation, but
Some things in life are
there's
more
also gonna be
important.
a
You
celebration.
think momentum's
I
overused.
might just break the news and see if they want to come up tonight.
I think everything
God's
is.
plan's been
If you want to come to,
has been beaten to
if
the
you want to
dirt.
come to
I
a
think-
good party, come on over to Amarillo High.
Okay. So the reason I say it's poetic that his team won. So Amarillo High, according to the UIL this year, is 2-8. They have 2 wins, 8 losses, and they finished in a 3-way tie for 4th place in the division. In reality, Amarillo High
I
is
don't know how that works.
Amarillo High is 8-2. They had to forfeit 6 of those wins because they played an ineligible player. I think it was a kid that had moved to the district that wasn't enrolled in time, something like that, you know.
Oh,
So they had been
that's
punished.
how my MacArthur Brahmas
See,
went
it
to
happens.
state because
Right.
Judson running back that torched us
Exactly.
failed.
Exactly.
And
And
they
they
still
played
played
him
him.
anyway.
Yep.
It might have been a grades issue, but I think I remember reading it was a late move into the district.
That's unfortunate. It's
Yeah.
not, wasn't like they're actively covering it up.
I believe, if I'm wrong on that, someone correct me. But I say it sucks for El Paso El Dorado.
Because they're going to get stomped.
El Paso El Dorado went 9-1, won their district out there, and was expecting to play a 4th place team.
Yeah.
Instead, they're playing the team that should have won that district,
Yeah.
but instead had to forfeit 6 games and now is the 4th place team. So you're basically getting two district winners going up against each other now in the first round, starting this weekend.
Got to go through them all.
You got to beat them all. That's right. It's like when you have a tough break of a team that's bad all year, but then they get their star player back for the playoffs, and it's like, well, you would have had to beat them anyway.
Exactly.
A couple other coin flips before we get out of here, because I thought you'd appreciate this. Obviously, the one that's most famous here is the Odessa Permian Midland Lee, like from the book Friday Night Lights, from the movie, and then Permian wins the coin flip to get in, ends up making the run to state, loses to Dallas Carter. I think that was the Jesse Armstead led Dallas Carter back then. And then the 1969 NBA draft, Bucks and Suns tied for worst record. They determined who got the number one pick with a coin flip. The Bucks won that, drafted Lou Alcindor, who would become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
1970, Bears and Steelers tied for the worst record, coin flip to determine. Steelers won it, took Terry Bradshaw, started a dynasty, all because of a coin flip. And then 1979, the Lakers and Bulls tied for the worst odds in the NBA, or worst record in the NBA. Lakers won the coin flip, as we saw in that stupid Lake Show, HBO show. They won the coin flip and ended up taking Magic Johnson. So 3 dynasties that were determined by the flip of a coin that truly altered the history of mainly the NBA, but also the NFL in there too.
All these championship teams.
And also none of the guys, so like Neil Walk was the second pick in 69. Never even heard of him. Mike McCoy was the second. In fact, after the Bears lost the coin flip to the Steelers and realized they weren't going to be able to get Terry Bradshaw, they traded the pick. They traded it in the division to the Packers. That's how bad they didn't want the pick. The Packers took Mike McCoy. And then in 79, the Bulls ended up taking David Greenwood second. So not only did you not get the superstar,
super impactful,
but you didn't even get an all-star.
Yeah.
If any of those dudes were all-stars, my apologies to the family. Send them a ham. On that note, Cap, tell the good people how they can get a hold of you. Let's wrap it up. Get out of here for the week.
You can get a hold of me at the Captain's Chair 210 on X and Instagram. Shout out to Greg for the $10 donation.
Did we have any other super chats?
Shout out to Johnny Ron 23 for being a member.
Very nice. Thank you, Johnny. Always appreciate the members. If you want to get a hold of me, find me on X at Biggest Puma. Instagram, biggest.puma. If you have a business, you might want to start doing business with us, do some endorsements, advertising, reach out to me, thebiggestpuma@gmail.com. LG, when's the next stream for you with this new palatial studio you have built for us all?
Sábado en la noche.
I don't know what y'all said, little kids, but I
catch LG the next time he is live.
You talking about me?
Catch us next Tuesday night back in the room. I will be in for Andy tomorrow, 4 to 6 o'clock, off early on Ticket tomorrow. Till then, appreciate y'all riding along. Be good. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!